Hello. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Beehive Nation TV. I'm your host, YouTube's favorite uncle, Uncle David. How is everybody doing tonight? Well, shout out to the two people in the room, me and
Hello.
Uh-oh, better fix that. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Beehive. Hey, Kim. How are you? Thank you for coming through. I guess I'll hang around till some more people come before I really get started. What were you making today? Or what did you make? Hey, Millie Legit. What's up, bruh? Ah, trinket tray. Okay, that's a start. That is definitely a start. Hope y'all make sure y'all hit that thumbs up. Well, it looks like the math is right. We got 3 people in and 3 thumbs up. Hey, beautiful jewelry. Thank you for coming through. I think you may be new, unless it's a different name. If so, please make sure you turn my red button gray, leave a genuine comment, and I'll be sure to get back over to you after my live. Hey, Aunt Maddie. Thank you for coming through. I'll wait to see if some more folks will come on through here. Excuse me one. Sorry about that, y'all. Thank you for sharing me out, Ahmed. Nah, she haven't made it yet, Kim. She's working on it. Oh, she just answered that. I forgot she was in here. Yeah, as you all can see in the background there are my parents. Yeah. Hope everybody had a wonderful day. It's Friday. I'm going to go ahead and get started because I want to keep this to an hour. So I guess as people come in, they'll catch up with the tail end and maybe they can catch the replay. But as I said in the description, when I started this channel, it was more not well. What did I say? I wanted to do motivational and inspiration. Hey, what up, Yemi? Yemi. But I also wanted to share me and tell some of my stories. And maybe, some of the things that I share can help somebody else. So this topic came up yesterday when I was doing the 40-question challenge. And one of the questions was, what was my worst pain? And as I said last night, it was losing my parents. And it was not just about the fact that I lost my parents. There was some guilt that went along with that. And sometimes I still feel it. There's a saying that I heard, and I've heard it quite often, is that the ones that do the least hurt the most. And so that's where this comes from. Yeah, I know, Yemi, but I'm gonna do my best. Growing up, my parents, they were amazing. Amazing. They made sure we had what we needed. And if possible, we got a lot of the things that we wanted. They were always very supportive. They, when we played basketball or football or there was any kind of thing, it was nothing for me to come in the house and say, hey, Dad, can you take me and my friends to it was a concert or a football game or any kind of sporting event, even a street ball game. They pile us up in that burgundy station wagon and off we go. School meetings, they were there. Field trips, when they could, they were there. In fact, they were so supportive that I was working at Ticketmaster and I been promoted to supervisor. And the boss asked me to represent the company at a job fair. I was like, cool. I was honored because of all the people that work for the company, they chose me. So I'm sitting at the table and I'm, talking to people and people are coming in and giving them their resumes and I'm explaining them how, how Ticketmaster works and, in the phone charge department, how we handle stuff. And I look up and I see my parents. Now, why they were at the job fair, it didn't register at first. They're at a job fair. They're retired. They're not looking for a job. They were actually there to see me and show support for me. And I was like, wow. It was kind of cool. And so, that was my parents. That's how they were. And growing up, like I said, they were always there. But as I got older and I started my own family, I allowed myself to believe that I didn't need to be around them as much, that I didn't need to, that I didn't need to give them that attention. As I look back, I think that was a very big mistake. Now, don't get me wrong. I went to visit him. I would talk to him, but now that I think about it, not as much as I should have. They continued to just be there for me, provided, if I needed it. Thank you. So that's just how that went. And as they got older, they got sickly. And like, again, I said, I would visit, but not like I should have. There were conversations that I should have had that I wish I'd had that I didn't. And then when my father passed, that was crazy. I remember my brother calling me, and he told me, and I remember falling on the floor, and I mean, I was devastated. And I said, okay, Dad's gone. My mom's left, and the thing with my mother was, after my father passed, she changed. She was always, my mother had these big eyes, and they were always bright, and she would smile, and she was talkative. But my dad died January 31st, 2004. February 1st, my mother it's like the light went out. And I figured, she had raised her kids. She had loved her husband. And she was tired. But, what it really was that she had Alzheimer's, dementia. But in my mind, I'm thinking, if I just say something, let her know that I'm here. If I'd have been around more, that, maybe it wouldn't have happened. But that was just my thinking. But the reality was that is the way it was supposed to be. And so I was like, okay, my mom's still here, and I got another chance to get it right. Yeah, I went to visit, but once again, I fell back in that same old habit. Not as much as I should have. And so I missed a lot of opportunities. And I remember the last time I saw my mom, she was in the hospital, and she's, I went to see her, and she's laying there. And at that time I was working at a hospital. So I'd seen that thing where people are laying in the bed and they're trying to get that last breath. And I don't care how much oxygen is going into them. It just seemed like they can't get enough. And it was that labored breathing. And I'm standing there and I'm talking to her, and I'm looking at this. My mother had this head full of pretty gray hair. And she's laying there and she's breathing, and and then all of a sudden she looks up at me with those big eyes. It's like the light came back on. And she looks up at me. She pulls the oxygen mask down. And she says, "Donovan?" "No, Ma, it's David Allen." And it was then that I realized that I wasn't there enough. And I started to think, did my mother forget me? Did she forget who I was? Did she know that I was her baby boy? And when I said who I was, she just said, "Oh." She put the oxygen mask back on her face and went back to wherever it was that she was hanging out at. And I stood there for a little while, and I talked a little longer. And I was like, "Okay, Ma, I'll see you later." Later never came. I got a call from my brother a few days later. Mom's gone. And then all of a sudden, all these things start registering, going through my brain. I know that my parents love me. I knew that with all my heart. But I started to question, did they know how much I loved them? I knew that my mom had Alzheimer's and that was part of the deal. But because of guilt, it didn't seem to register. I just thought that, if I'd have just been there, if I'd have come around a little more, maybe it'd have been a little different. But it wasn't. And I've never, ever, ever said this story out loud to anyone because I was ashamed. I didn't want to be judged. So I rode that burden ride on me for the longest time. I wrote it down thinking that maybe it'll make me feel better. But then, I had to tell it. And it has taken me this long to just say it out loud. So I figured that if I tell the story, then maybe, just maybe, somebody will be helped. Somebody will hear it and they're going through the same thing. So my advice to everybody that's listening or anybody that will hear this, watch it, that if there's somebody that you love and you care about, listen to that story that they've told 1,000,000 times. Listen to it one more time. Laugh at the corny joke, no matter how corny it may be. When you hug them just a little bit tighter. And when you hold their hand, just hold it a little bit longer. Because when they're gone, trust me when I tell you, you wish you had. That's my story. I just hope that, it helps somebody. Because I really, really miss them too. My dad, he didn't talk a lot, but when he talked, and there were stories that I wish he was in World War II, and there were a lot of stories that he could have told. But, as I talked to my brother, he would tell me that, back then, during World War II, the colored soldiers, they went through a lot. And there were things that he said my dad saw that he just could never bring himself to talk about. But I just, you look back and you wish you had done things different. So don't take people for granted. A friend of ours passed away a couple of weeks ago, and we were listening to the service. And the guy talked about how you give them their flowers while they're here. And it's not just flowers. It's love them, talk to them, listen to them, spend as much time as you can with them. Because life is short. It is really, really short. But hey, got to make the best of it and enjoy it. So, whew, just glad to get that out. Shout out to the 4 people in the room. Oh man, that's all right. You all right, babe? Mm. Ooh, here we go with this heat again. So how was everybody else's day today? Hey, amazing. Thank you for coming through. Really legit. I guess after last night and answering those questions, I think I'm gonna come up with a giveaway for that contest, but I'm gonna have to wait for a little while for it to get so it ain't so fresh in everybody's head. But there will be a giveaway. I'll put it in my community tab and see what people do, see what they think, if anybody's interested. See, Yemi, I will be able to do an hour. Yeah, I gotta let it marinate. Never surrender. Because if I do it now, it's fresh. Then again, uh, I may just do it a little sooner than I think. I don't know. I got to go through it and see what happens and see how I can make it work. Shoot, I need to do some more videos. I can get some content out, get some more people to get some more action going going around. Yeah, right, bruh? Yeah, man. Like I said, I need to get some content and figure out some ways to get this thing going. Well, maybe I should start coming on at midnight. Seems like I get more people when I come on at midnight. Shoot, I ain't trying to be up in the middle of the night. What's wrong, man? I did, but then you got to go back and watch the video. Nice try, Kim. Hmm. Oh, my bad, bruh. But yeah, and the crazy thing is, this was 2004, and I've been holding this story and holding this story, and simply because, like I said, I was ashamed. And I didn't want to be judged, but I figured, if I tell it, maybe somebody else will hear it, and it'll help them get through something. Because like I said, life is really short, man, and a lot of times we take things and people for granted, and we figure, you know, there's always tomorrow. Until you get up tomorrow and somebody didn't. That's why I truly don't believe in holding grudges. I don't. Now, that's not to say that there are people I don't deal with anymore because whatever. But I don't have any animosity toward them. You just cut the cord, you let them go, and you keep it moving. Don't give them that energy. I think I know where this stuff is coming from. You see how it's all messed up with the little green stuff? Mm-hmm. Too much. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, that's got to be that side. Let me see something. If I close the blind, maybe I think it's a light reflecting off the and then they didn't do it. Yeah. And why I knew what was going on? Because earlier today, Aunt Maddie was in somebody's chat, and they had a contest, and they were asking questions. So Auntie just asked the other person in the room on on the chat the answer to the question. Now, obviously, they weren't paying attention because they gave her the answer. Now, nobody else heard it or paid attention to it except Auntie. So the lady was like, "Well, Aunt Maddie guessed it, so I got to give her the money." And she told the son, she said, "You gave her the answer." He said, "I didn't know." He said, "You didn't realize when she asked you what the question was? What, you know?" So yeah, I got my guards up now. I figure if Auntie can do it, other people will. But hang in there, Yemi. It's gonna be all right, bruh. We all go through stuff, man. We all do. So you just keep your head up, and know that we're here. We got you. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, don't feel bad, Kim. I have the same problem. My short term memory is like, I don't know what it was with me. I think it was teenage drug use. I don't know, but yeah, my short term memory sometimes can be a little iffy. Man, you two make me sick. Maybe I shouldn't say it out loud. And then they tell me 2 days later after they do the review. Right. You know, they get a little yellow thing. Mm-hmm. And then they'll send me an email in 2 days talking about it's eligible for ads. Yeah. I didn't. Who's watching it? Yeah. So yeah, I just roll with it, make the best of it. Remember what I can. Really? Now what they get ready to do? What's next on the agenda? I know. I mean, my thing. Well, I guess they figure they're trying to enhance it for people and make it better. Sometimes, you know, you do too many things and you make it a little bit more complicated than it really need to be. Shoot, but hey, I guess they figure it's their thing. They can do what they want. And I'm quite sure that whatever it is they're coming up with will probably be something that will help their revenue. They'll be like, yeah, well, you know, we're going to do something and we're going to help everybody out and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, we've all heard that story, but yet here we are. You know, it's a struggle, but you want it bad enough, you'll go along with it. Oh, who's that? That's Curly Lady's new grandbaby. Oh, babies are so precious, especially when they ain't yours. They extra precious then at this stage in my life. I love watching other people babies. Shoot. No. I have no. Oh. Excuse me. Yeah, how much do they make? Okay. All right, thanks. All right, we got about 15 more minutes. Yimmy!
What did you tell me when I campus?
They said between 6:30 and 9:30.
And he said, yes, sir. Let me say, yes, sir.
You good, bruh? Yeah, between 6:30 and 9:30. I got to keep a check on you. The whole time I'm sitting here right talking. Why it sound like I hear somebody knock on the door? I get up and go look at the day, ain't nobody out there. Just got to make sure you're all right, man. All right. I think that story hit him a little hard. You know, he's going through something with brother's parents, I think. All right. Okay, so much for that idea. That wasn't it. I thought maybe if I closed the blind, you can still see it. Maybe what it is. Maybe it's the shirt. Maybe it's the shoes. Yeah, it was like a slow night for everybody tonight. Oh, well. It is what it is. I appreciate the folks that came in. That's what's important. Those that show up. Oh no, that was a joke, Kim. It's Michael Jordan had a commercial with Spike Lee a long time ago. When he first came out with the Air Jordans. Well, no, they were. I think they were your Nike Air Jordans. Yeah, so I'm just glad y'all showed up. I certainly appreciate y'all. Sleepy?
No, I'm not sleepy. I'm just gonna go through these persons and stuff when you finish so I can upload them.
Want to offer?
Yeah. I want to be able to put the prices on them. We got to go to the post office like when we first open in the morning.
Yeah, well, that was the plan. Yeah, that commercial is a legend, really legit.
Too legit.
Well, thank you, Kim. I appreciate y'all too. Shoot, I don't have nowhere else to go but up from here. So nah, you can't do that. Can't get nothing done. You definitely can't get nothing done. Excuse me. Glad I can help. All right, now. Really yawning and stuff. That ain't cool.
That ain't cool at all. Considering we slept all day.
Yeah, bruh. Yep. I just got to work on ways to get, more traffic, more views, more people, maybe a sponsor or two. So that's the plan. Yes, Kim. What's the question? Yes, Kim. What famous theme park started Dorito? Really? Seriously, Kim? Okay, let's see. Obviously, you can see me, so I'm not gonna use Google. Who? Well, I be dang. Hey, Bing Bing.
You know what? Let me call you too. I forgot you called me. I'm about to call you right
That's
now.
why she came in here. She ain't come to hear nothing I was saying. She figured I was live and you was near me.
Yeah.
She ain't fooling nobody. Hold on, Kim. I'm gonna answer that.
I'm about to call right now.
She said she about to. She said she about to call you right now, Bing Bing. Let me think. What famous theme park?
Google it.
I don't want to Google it. She's sitting right there looking at me. That ain't no fun.
I should have at least whispered it, right?
Yeah. Or you should have Googled it. She couldn't see you. Was it? What's the doggone thing? It's right around the corner from me. Yeah, Six Flags. No, Six Flags. Let's see, Doritos. Oh, you already know the answer to Millie legit? Six Flags, maybe not Six Flags. Uh, 1962. Disney World? Disneyland? Those are the only ones. I was born in 62, so I really would. I guess a hint. I was born in 62. I have no idea what was out then. Yeah, all I can say is Disneyland or Disney World, whichever one of them it is. Oh, okay. It had to be. I mean, yeah, those are the only theme parks I think that was the only one that was out in 62. Well, if you hadn't given me that hint, I never would have got it. I guess I would have eventually got to it because I only know of two theme parks, and that's three. Four. Disneyland, Disney World, Six Flags, and King's Dominion. And I knew it wasn't King's Dominion because I used to go to King's Dominion. I don't know why I thought Six Flags because Six Flags, it's not new, but it's relatively new. As a matter of fact, I remember when it first opened, they used to call it Wild World or Wild World. And I remember going, and it cost $9.99 to get in. I don't know how much it is to get into Six Flags, but I'm sure it probably costs about as much as King's Dominion. I think King's Dominion is close to $100 maybe, I think, to get in. I don't know. All right, go ahead. Got 4 minutes. I really want to wrap this thing up in an hour. Ah, okay, Millie Legit. What was the secret? Cocaine. Everybody know that. Everybody knew that. Yes, Maypops. Hey, dog, my mother bought me some Maypops because I wanted some Chuck Taylors. And my mother's like, I'm not buying you no Chuck Taylors for you to go outside and run around on the playground and blah, 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 blah. So we was in giant food. I'll never forget it. No, heroin. And so that must have been a myth that I heard it was cocaine. Heroin. I don't know. Yeah, and they had this big barrel with the tennis shoes in it. My mother picked me out a pair of tennis shoes. They were black. They were black off-brand Chuck Taylors. They had the little, like the plastic. They had the little teeth, they look like teeth at the bottom. So I'm like, cool, all right. You gonna buy me these things? I don't want them, but I gotta wear them. Cool. All right, then we're gonna do this. That's how you want to do it. So I get on my bicycle and I ride down because we lived on a hill. Our street was like a hill. So I rode to the top of the hill, rode my bike, and I get halfway down the hill. Now I got brakes. I take my foot and slide it. You know, I use my foot for the brake. So I got it on the ground. I'm sliding it all the way. I get to the bottom of the hill. I go back up the top of the hill and do it with the other foot. Do you not know my mother made me wear those tennis shoes to school? You talk about embarrassed. I'm like, Mom, how could you? Why? Yes. She said, you want to go out here and do, because see, my mother, she cussed. My daddy, he didn't cuss. But my mother, she said, you want to go out and do shit like this? Okay, you wearing them to school. Man, I was super embarrassed. And to make it even worse, she had already bought me the Chuck Taylors and had them in the room. She was gonna let me wear them to school because she knew that if I put on the Chucks, I was gonna go outside because we lived across the street from the playground. So she knew I was gonna go outside on the playground and tear them up. But nah. So she made me wear them Jones to school for about a week. While the Chuck Taylor sat right there in the box, brand spanking new. Man, you talking about somebody was mad and upset. Oh, what's the answer, Kim? I ain't forget the question. I got distracted. I done went over an hour. Yimmy, you won. Glad I didn't bet. Hey, you want to tell it now or you want to wait till you go live? If you tell it now, it's probably going to get cut out the video because I'm gonna try to do something different. Lemon? Who puts lemon? Well, I'm gonna do my research and see why they put lemon in it. Yeah, that was definitely a secret. But all right, Jimmy, go ahead and tell it now, bro. I was just going to wrap it up. You knew what you was doing. You knew doggone well. But it's cool, bro, because it's you. It ain't a problem. Matter of fact, you want to come up on the panel and tell it? Shit, ain't nobody here but us. I'm gonna put the link in. Just come on up on the panel and tell it, bro. That way you ain't got to type it all out and shit. Really? I'm gonna say the first one wasn't true. No, because he said he did a research. So the second one wasn't true. Oh no, we grade is now Yemi about to come up and I ain't leaving yet unless you about to bounce middle legit. I'll catch you later, bruh. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. Yeah, it was the first one, Kim. Because Miller legit said he did a research paper on the on Disney. Jimmy,
What's going on, bro?
what up, bruh?
Man, you got it. You got it. Man, thanks for letting me come up.
Hey, not a problem.
Yes. So, I don't know if you remember, there used to be a mall. I don't know if it was like a strip mall that was on Summer Hill Road, and it was down by the Lovitz. I can't remember what it was called because I was young, but my mom went in there and she was like, "You need to get some more shoes," and I was like, "Okay," and I wanted some Chucks. And so she went over in that bin and grabbed me out some red, white, and blue Maypops. I can never get them damn shoes.
Dog, I know that feeling.
You know the Maypops with the two stripes on the side?
Yes.
So they were blue and they had the white stripe and the red stripe.
Well, see,
So,
at least yours look more like Chuck's than mine.
oh, nah, bro, let me tell you. I was like, I'm not wearing these. That's not going to happen. So, we used to have to walk to school, and just like with you, I lived in the middle of. I lived in the bottom part of the hill.
Uh-huh.
I lived off of Summer Hill Road. I'll never forget that mess. And it was near the winter, and so I used to wear galoshes over them damn shoes. I would wear galoshes over them shoes, man. And one day, Mama saw me with the galoshes on, and it was sunny outside, and she beat my tail. Told me I was gonna wear them shoes, and she ain't waste no money for me to be running around covering up what she got. I was ungrateful.
Okay.
So shoot, I took my daddy's box cutter. He had a box cutter. I took a box cutter to them damn shoes.
Bruh. Oh, you was asking for trouble.
Man, she made me wear them, man. But it was when them kids saw them jokers on my feet at the lunchroom and
Oh,
started
yeah, it was over
singing.
then.
There's Maypops. They make your feet feel fine. Maypops. Man, it was going off, man. They cost $1.99. And I'm like,
Yes.
no.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that, man. She bought me them shoes, man. I was like, I am not gonna wear these to school. Yeah, well, she took care of that.
Yeah, especially when I don't know, it's something about seeing your mama take some shoes out of a bin
Yes.
and they hook together with that little plastic
Yes.
thing.
Yes.
No, I can't even do this.
And you see all your buddies walking around with the Chucks. I was like, man, this is crazy. But and, you know, I guess she was testing me because, like I said, she'd already bought the Chucks.
Oh no, my mama didn't buy no dang Chucks. That
She had already bought me the Chucks, but because I was being, you know, a butthole about it, she made me wear them the Maypops all messed up. Because I call myself, you know, messing them up, so I wouldn't have to wear them. Now I don't know what I thought I was gonna wear to school because I messed the shoes up. So I didn't think that far ahead.
I at that point in my life, I didn't even care. Man, I walk around with them dang galoshes on.
See, I didn't have another option.
Man, shoot, because my dad was stationed at Andrews, you
Uh-huh.
know, my dad, man, my mom was like, and my dad was gone. I remember when she bought him, dad was gone. And my mom always used to buy us the cheap stuff when dad wasn't around. Because my
Right,
dad
of
didn't play
course.
that mess. Man, shoot. Boy, that joke right there had me hot that day. She beat the brakes off me. And then when she found out I had cut them up,
Oh, you lucky to be here, bro.
well, I was trying to cut those stripes off. You know, because that was the
And,
only difference between the Chucks.
right.
If I could get them stripes off, man, maybe they wouldn't laugh at me so bad. Man,
Bruh. Yeah, we was rough on each other back in them days, though.
ooh. I mean, it looked like what made it so bad, man. It looked like one of them musicals. It was like it looked like a choreographed musical because everybody was like, "Maypops, they make your feet." I'm like, "Damn."
Man.
My little
Oh,
girlfriend broke up with me and everything.
dang.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
but that's how it was back then, man. But you know, I wouldn't trade it those times. 'Cause, like, we could go down to Haynes Point, man. And you could spend the night down that joint.
Mm-hmm.
You could go to sleep on your front porch and not, you know, not necessarily to worry about stuff. Well, look who showed up.
Who, Keto?
Hey,
Hey,
hello,
Keto.
Herb. You done missed the story. I missed my intro. I got a new intro. Here she come. I done told us the whole story. Now you're gonna have to watch the replay.
Lips and baby hair.
Yeah, I've been working on this, trying to do, you know, learn how to edit on the computer. I've been using my phone.
I've got a whole bunch of stuff I need to edit, and I finally got that music from Lil David, and
Uh-huh.
so I'm gonna start editing some film, some
It's
videos
okay,
of it.
Keto. It's all right.
Keto, Keto, I miss you.
Uh-huh.
She gonna blast me in the chat.
It's all good though, Keto. We cool. Don't even worry about it. I ain't mad.
I am.
Oh man.
Bro, go ahead and get off. Get off. I'm gonna come back down to the chat. Man,
All
it was
right,
good
partner.
talking to you though, bro.
All right, you too, man. I thank you for coming through, bro. But
Oh
you
man.
good though?
Well, yeah. You know, I'm just thinking they moved my mother to a home
Oh, okay.
today, and then my mother-in-law she's got she's dealing with cancer. So
Mm-mm.
you know, it's just a whole lot of stuff you were saying, and me being a vet and dealing with PTSD and stuff. There's certain things I don't do like I used to. Like
Right.
I don't drive anymore because well I drive, but I don't like driving long distances. It just screws with me, man. So I haven't even been home in a year.
Mm.
So when you were talking, I haven't been home since my ex-wife passed away. And so
I get it, bro. I
you
get it.
know, you hear a lot of people when stuff's going on like that and your mother's sick and her health's failing and you can't even get in a car to drive that way because of the anxiety and the stuff that you face. It's kind of rough. And then, with the COVID and, my job telling us they don't want us to leave the state.
Yeah, yeah. If you leave town, you got to come back. You got to quarantine. She around here, Keto. She on the phone.
It's pretty.
Yeah, so. Yeah, but I can understand that, bro. But I appreciate you coming up.
Man, I appreciate you having me, man.
Hey, we got to do this more often. I got a couple of ideas for a panel, so I'm working on that, and I'm gonna get at you.
All right, just tell, well, Keto, if you can hear me. Just call my name and I'll be there. Don't you know, baby? Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there. Just call my name. I'll be there.
Woo! Oh my goodness, man! I know some crazy people. Huh?
What you be doing? Tell me to behave yourself. I want to phone with you though.
He was singing.
I want to phone. I want to phone.
Oh man, dude, it's crazy. Oh my goodness. But all right, y'all. I'm about to shut this thing down. I thank y'all for coming through. I really, really, really appreciate y'all. I will see you all. I probably won't go live tomorrow. I need to come up with a schedule. So over the weekend, I'm gonna come up with a schedule because I know I probably won't be going live every day. I need to drop some video, get some videos and stuff. So now I know how to edit. And I mean, I'm getting better with this on the computer. It saves me time. So I will see you all later on. Appreciate you, Kim. Thanks a lot, Yemi. Millie Legit. Keto Girl. Kane was here for a little while. Said 6 people in here. So I will see you all later on. Peace.